Hey guys, Gizmodic here, and this is the Infocus Vision 3. You may or may not have heard about this phone, but it is exclusively available on Amazon and it's one of the few phones that has brought the 18:9 display at a price of 7,000 rupees. You might think that it's a very impressive device based on its spec sheet, but when you get things into focus, the Infocus Vision 3 seems to be a little out of focus. Forgive me for that horrible joke, but what I mean to say is that after spending 2 months with this phone, I don't think that is really worth it. Why is that the case? Well, for starters, the phone has a Mediatek 67378 CPU and the Mali T720 GPU. Now, I don't have anything against the Mediatek CPUs, but the Infocus Vision 3 is actually very inferior when it comes to performance. It might be able to play a game or two with some lags, but the overall performance is really disappointing. There are frequent instances of stuttering in animations, apps take a long time to load, and the multitasking experience is not something that you would want to experience on this phone. It even has issues in playing 60 FPS videos on YouTube. Every time you try to watch a 60 FPS video, the phone lags and has a glitch, so I have to downgrade to 480p to watch the video smoothly. That's a shame because even the 5000 rupee Redmi 5A can play 60 FPS videos on YouTube. If you're using the phone for very basic purposes, then it might do the job for you, but then if you try to do even a little bit more on this phone, it bogs down. Even the fingerprint sensor is pretty slow because it takes more than a second to recognize your finger and then unlock the phone. So everything is just too slow on the Vision 3. Adding to that is the software. It's one of the most hilarious UI on a phone because it's filled with so many grammatical errors and funny names. Gestures are called somatosensory motion on this phone, and what looks like a cache cleaner is called defragmentation. So it looks like someone just Google translated things to English, which is very absurd and weird. But to be honest, the software does offer a lot of features to play with. You have app twins, which lets you have two instances of the same app. Then you have some gestures, private space that's similar to second space on Xiaomi phones. You also have a built-in screen recorder and you can even take scrolling screenshots, which is very handy. The Vision 3 also lets you interchange the software buttons, and you have this feature called suspension ball that's similar to quick ball on MIUI. So all in all, it's a pretty extensive software with a lot of features, but it's still on Android 7.0 Nougat, and honestly, I don't think it's even getting the Oreo update. It also had a couple of pre-installed apps like UC browser, which I didn't really like and I removed them. So the software was decent, but it's nowhere as refined as MIUI. That brings us to the camera of this phone, and here again the Infocus Vision 3 doesn't really have a clear vision. It has a dual camera setup with a primary 13 megapixel sensor and a secondary 5 megapixel wide angle sensor. The images though are okay from this phone. I compared it with the 5000 rupee Redmi 5A that I had, and in a lot of cases the Redmi 5A does a better job. There is a portrait mode too here, but it's software based and honestly it only works sometimes. The wide angle mode is cool, but it's only 5 megapixels, so I don't think a lot of people are going to use that. But when you switch the cameras, here's where the things get interesting. The 8 megapixel front facing camera is actually not that bad, and it also has a portrait mode which is quite cool. It might not be 100% accurate, but it does make your selfies look better. Although one complaint I have here is that selfies in daylight have this weird yellowish tint, so the performance from this camera is actually very inconsistent, and I hope that Infocus can fix that with a software update. The 1080p video output is also decent. Focusing takes a while and the footage isn't very spectacular either as compared to the competition. So far the Infocus Vision 3 doesn't really have anything going on in its favor. But this phone actually has a couple of good points. The display, for example, is good on this phone. It's an 18:9 display as you can see, and the panel itself is very impressive for its price. The viewing angles are subpar, but the colors and the daylight visibility is good on it. You can also tweak the display a little in settings and you can adjust the colors and the tone of it. So props to Infocus for getting the 18:9 display in this segment. It's a novelty, but it's a novelty only for now because the Redmi 5 is officially coming to India very soon. One other thing that's really good on this phone is the battery life. The 4000 mAh of battery gave me at least 5 to 6 hours of screen on time, which is enough to last you through a day. It's not as good as Xiaomi phones with similar battery capacities because the Mediatek CPU isn't as efficient as the Qualcomm one. Nevertheless, the phone can easily last for more than a working day, but it's a pain to charge this phone because there is no fast charging and the included adapter is only of 1.5 amps. So that's something that I didn't like. Call quality was okay on the phone, but the network reception was good. The build quality of the phone is also decent. It looks good with the metallic finish paint on the plastic body, but it lacks that premiumness that you get from an all-metal body smartphone. Also, the phone comes in only a 16GB variant with 2GB of RAM, and you have to deal with a hybrid SIM slot. So if you want to use two SIM cards, then good luck in managing with less than 16GB of storage. To be honest, I don't think the Infocus Vision 3 is worth buying. It doesn't really do anything well, plus for the price tag that it sells for, there are better options like the Redmi 4. The only thing that the Vision 3 has going for it is the 18:9 display, but there are way too compromises to be made with this phone. Plus the Redmi 5 will be hitting the Indian markets very soon at the same price point, so it's going to crush even the one thing that this phone has going for it. So take my word for it and don't buy the Infocus Vision 3. That wraps up my video about this phone. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you feel like being awesome, then do like and share this video. If you're new to the channel, then click the red subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you're regularly updated about my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in your notifications very soon. Peace.